Welcome to Cape Town News. Hit subscribe and never miss a thing. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of November, 2025, and here is what is making headlines in the Western Cape. 4 billion rand port upgrade races to protect the Western Cape fruit export season. Measles outbreaks surge across Cape Town as health officials call for urgent action. Gunshot detection technology drives major firearm recoveries. Cape Town congestion puts growing pressure on mental well-being. Bishops edge Wynberg in a Western Province school cricket thriller. Titan's road race brings fresh energy to Mitchell's Plain. Warm sunshine, strong UV, and steady swells along the Cape coast. Cape Town's port in the Western Cape is pushing ahead with a major 4 billion rand upgrade as the city prepares for the deciduous fruit export season running until March next year. Transport Minister Barbara Creasy visited the Cape Town container terminal to assess readiness for the upcoming export peak and described the investment as vital for securing the country's agricultural supply chain. Transnet Port Terminals has directed most of its capital spending into key national ports, with Cape Town receiving 28 new rubber-tired gantry cranes fitted with hybrid diesel-electric engines and anti-sway technology. 9 cranes are already operational, another 9 are in active commissioning, and the remaining units are being assembled on site ahead of the busiest weeks. Western Cape Terminals Managing Executive Oscar Borchards says the new cranes are designed to keep working when the notorious Cape Doctor is blowing, cutting delays that have cost growers in previous seasons. Last season, the terminal processed more than 230,000 refrigerated containers, and roughly 80% of South Africa's deciduous fruit exports moved through Cape Town towards markets in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Industry leaders welcomed the upgrade after years of load shedding, breakdowns, and wind stoppages that strained exporter confidence and threatened jobs in rural towns. To stabilize operations this year, the port has tightened windbound protocols, staggered container stack dates, expanded plug points for refrigerated cargo, and created specialized handling crews for peak shifts. Smaller vessels will be redirected to the Cape Town multipurpose terminal when congestion builds, and additional reefer ships stand ready to help clear any backlog. Export organizations say this season will be the real test of whether years of promises at Cape Town's port are finally turning into reliable performance on the ground and keeping buyers loyal to the Western Cape. The Western Cape's health authorities have issued an urgent call to action as measles outbreaks spread across Cape Town communities, including Khayelitsha, Mfuleni, Eerste River, Somerset West, Mitchell's Plain, Kryfontein, and Wesband. Officials warn that declining childhood vaccination rates have created serious immunity gaps that are now fueling repeated outbreaks of measles, rubella, and diphtheria across the province. Western Cape Health and Wellness Minister Wynberg says boosting routine immunization has become a top provincial priority and that vaccines remain one of the safest and most effective tools for protecting young children. Since last year, the department has intensified outreach programs, sending mobile teams to clinics, creches and schools in affected areas so that busy parents can access vaccines closer to home. The province has also strengthened its early warning and rapid response systems so that new clusters can be picked up quickly and matched with targeted vaccination drives. Measles is highly contagious and spreads through coughing, sneezing, and close contact, often before a rash appears. It can lead to pneumonia, diarrhea, brain inflammation, and even vision loss, especially in infants and malnourished children. Parents are urged to monitor symptoms such as fever, rash, cough, red eyes, and runny noses, and to keep sick children at home while seeking immediate medical care. Free routine vaccines and catch-up doses are available at all public clinics, while private doctors and pharmacies offer the same protection for families using private care. Wynberg says containing the outbreak depends on communities opening their doors to health workers, signing school consent forms, and making sure every child's vaccination card is fully up to date so that Cape Town does not lose more young lives to a preventable disease. Health officials say even one unvaccinated household in a street can leave an opening for the virus to move rapidly through an entire neighborhood. Cape Town's targeted rollout of gunshot detection technology is being credited with a significant rise in firearm recoveries in high-risk suburbs. The city reports that more than half of all confiscated guns in a recent 3-month period came from ShotSpotter activation zones in Wynberg, Hanover Park, Nyanga and Steenberg. Between April and June, law enforcement and Metro Police seized 57 firearms, 34 imitation or homemade weapons, and more than 600 rounds of ammunition. Of these, 31 firearms and 18 imitation or homemade guns, along with hundreds of rounds, were recovered inside the monitored areas. Safety and security. MACO member J.P. Smith says the technology allows control rooms to detect and pinpoint gunfire even when residents do not report it, guiding officers to the exact street within seconds. Analysts have found that around 40% of gunfire in each covered suburb is concentrated on only 20 streets, with even higher concentrations in parts of Lavender Hill. Over the year, the system has logged thousands of gunshot alerts, revealing how much violence would otherwise stay below the radar. Smith says ShotSpotter cannot stop shooters from pulling the trigger, but compares it to a smoke detector that sounds the alarm so first responders can act. He argues that critics should focus on the larger problems of illegal gun trafficking, forensic backlogs in ballistics and DNA testing, and shortages of experienced detectives. The city says gunshot detection will remain one tool within a wider safety strategy that includes visible policing, social programs and partnerships intended to make violent hotspots safer for families and Cape Townians. Cape Town remains the most congested metro in South Africa, and new insights link the city's daily gridlock to rising mental strain among commuters on major routes. TomTom congestion figures show peak hour speeds on the N1, N2 and R300 dropping to around 21 kilometers an hour, with congestion levels often reaching 60% as traffic grinds through bottlenecks. For many workers, this means leaving home long before sunrise and returning after dark, with hours of productivity and family time lost in queues. Psychiatrists say prolonged exposure to heavy traffic is linked to irritability, heightened anxiety, poor sleep and symptoms of depression. People often describe arriving home exhausted, snapping at loved ones or withdrawing from conversations because they feel drained and overwhelmed. Specialists warn that the sense of having no control in bumper-to-bumper conditions can be as damaging as the delays themselves, particularly when there is pressure to clock in on time or collect children before aftercare closes. Potholes, malfunctioning traffic lights and load shedding add extra frustration and quickly intensify emotions behind the wheel. Mental health experts recommend that Cape Townians use their commute as a calmer space by playing soothing audio, practicing breathing techniques, and focusing on what they can control. Employers are encouraged to consider flexible starting times or hybrid work schedules to ease pressure at the busiest times of the day. For now, emotional self-care has become part of surviving Cape Town traffic. A lively Frank Reed Field in Rondebosch saw Bishop's Diocesan College edge Wynberg Boys High School by 8 runs to win the Western Province Switch Schools SA20 final. Batting first, Bishops posted 138 for 8, built around a composed captain's knock from opener Alex Vincent, who scored 38 from 40 balls and held the innings together while wickets fell at the other end. Handy contributions from Cameron Macbeth and Litha Mbiko lifted the total just enough to give their bowlers something to defend, even as Wynberg's attack, led by Nicholas Stafford with a superb 4 for 11, kept steady pressure on the hosts. Wynberg's chase began well as Fawaz Hendricks and Qaid Sheikh provided a measured opening stand, but 2 quick runouts swung momentum back towards Bishops. Captain Michael Tarental produced a fluent 48 that kept his team in the contest, yet a rising run rate and tight death bowling meant Wynberg fell just short. Vincent returned at the end to pick up 2 important wickets and cap a standout all-round performance that earned him Player of the Day honours. Both Bishops and Wynberg now progress to the next phase of the Switch Schools SA20 competition in Stellenbosch, highlighting the strength of Western Province schools cricket. Mitchell's Plain is preparing for an energetic Saturday morning as the Mitchell's Plain Titans Road Race returns to the streets of Rocklands, bringing runners, walkers and supporters from across Cape Town together. The annual race has grown from a modest club event into a popular community fixture that promotes health, fitness and neighborhood pride in one of the Metro's largest areas. Participants can choose between a 21-kilometer challenge for seasoned athletes, a 10-kilometer race for club runners, and a relaxed 5-kilometer fun run that welcomes families, school groups, and first-timers. The race starts at 6 o'clock in the morning at the Rocklands Sports Complex with entries from 80 Rand and limited late registration while numbers last. Water points, marshals and medical support will be stationed along the course to keep participants safe and hydrated. Spectators are encouraged to come out early, bring banners and noise and help turn Rocklands into an open-air stadium for a few hours. Here are your money, commodities and crypto updates. Starting with the major currencies. The US dollar is trading today at 17 Rand and 20 cents. The British pound stands at 22 Rand and 62 cents. And the euro will cost you 19 Rand and 94 cents. Moving to the commodities market. Gold is priced at 2,220 Rand and 86 cents per gram. Silver is trading at 27 Rand and 57 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 852 Rand and 53 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $63.90 per barrel. In the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is valued at 1,547,083 Rand. Ethereum is trading at 51,129 Rand, while Ripple XRP is priced at 36 Rand and 71 cents. And Solana is trading at 2,273 Rand. These figures reflect the latest available market data and may shift as global trading continues through the day. Tomorrow brings warm and bright conditions across Cape Town with a gentle southeasterly breeze and mostly clear skies. Cape Town begins in the high teens before warming into the mid-20s by early afternoon, remaining pleasant along the Atlantic seaboard, even as the wind freshens. Paarl will be hotter, climbing into the low 30s, while Stellenbosch reaches the upper 20s with a light inland breeze and clear, stable air over the winelands. UV levels will be high, so sunscreen, hats and regular water breaks are essential for anyone spending time outdoors or training. Along the coastline, a west to southwest swell of about 1.5 to 2 meters is forecast with a smooth period of around 10 seconds, keeping sea conditions organized for swimmers and paddlers who stick to life-guarded areas. The first high tide arrives in the very early hours of the morning, followed by low tide around mid-morning, a second high tide in the early afternoon, and another low tide during the late evening. Sunrise is shortly after 5:30 and sunset just before 7:30, giving Cape Townians a long stretch of daylight to enjoy the warm start to the week. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.